Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We are live from the BMW Atlantic City Studios here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. I am Matt Sudi. Right on over there is the penguin-loving Michael Klankoff. And the man who flies the wings and flaps them all the time, none other than the duck lover, Brian Daly. The Darkwing, Brian Daly.
I love ducks. I was just saying it for him.
Yeah, there you go. In case we might need to get a neon sign that like says right above it, "I love ducks," and it'd be like that cloud that follows him everywhere he goes. So that way everybody can know it.
Flying fees for everybody.
Yes. And we have Mr. Ryan Brodo behind the board, and we have a guest in the studio today, Mr. Andre Peruzzo.
Yeah, it sounds all right.
Yeah, sounds right. Yeah. How's it going? Going good.
I'm here.
You're here. You're breathing.
I got all my limbs and all, so.
Oh, okay.
That's all
So
that
it's a
matters.
good day. It's a good day.
Got all
Very
my
good
teeth,
day.
I think, too.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a report on that if he still has all his teeth. But anyway, Mikey, Brian, Andre, myself, and Ryan. Free agency has begun. The Flyers have been active, and they signed back, of all people, James Van Riemsdyk is back in Philadelphia, and we'll dive into that. But first, our sponsor for the show is Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com.
Puck survived.
Yeah. They didn't roll. That was good.
That was
No,
good.
they didn't. They
was
survived
really
it.
good job.
All right, there we go.
Good job, Brodo.
Brodo is the best set designer in the business. All right.
Let anybody tell you otherwise?
Yes. Yeah, despite what they may say. It's all right. They're dead anyway.
I was surprised by that move, to be completely honest with you. I was not expecting JVR to come back to Philadelphia. I know how he felt about the organization. I know how he felt after he left the after he got traded. He didn't have very nice words to say about the city of Philadelphia. And the fact that he signed back on a, 5-year deal, I was shocked by that.
That's the part that got me. Go ahead, Matty.
Here's what I think happened. I think the reason why he had such a bad taste in his mouth with why he left Philly was because what did we trade him for? As a matter of fact, that person's going to get brought up in just about a few minutes because he has something to do with us. But
I love it.
with that being said, that piece of shit was what we traded James Van Riemsdyk for. Basically, it was like trading your house for a tent. It was the dumbest thing in the world to do. I think that's what was part of the reason why he had such a bad taste with Philly. And at the same token, I also think the organization at that time was not being intelligent in the modern hockey world. They were trying to do the win now mentality. We're just going to trade away our talent, bring in talent that may or may not help us in the long run, i.e. Brizgalov. And on top of that, we're going to find ourselves constantly, consistently, barely making the playoffs and consistently getting eliminated, only making the Stanley Cup Finals one time just to lose it 2 games away, which pissed me off still to this day.
Well, what's good for the Flyers is they went out and they did something that they needed to do, and that was to get another sniper, another goal
Yes.
scorer. So now if everything pans out the way that I think it's going to for the Flyers, you're going to have a 30-goal scorer on the first line, a 30-goal scorer on the second line, 30-goal scorer on the third line, and Wayne Simmons, if he can get back into form. There's your scoring depth. That's what I've been talking about this entire time. You're going to have 3 30-goal scorers, plus a guy who's got 100 points in the past season, who had the greatest season of his career. This Flyers team is looking up.
It is, but the one thing I am going to criticize is they still have not gone out and found anybody veteran-wise for the defense. And again, I'm going to say this 1,000 times over. Andrew McDonald's a piece of shit. He should not be my defensive captain. How many times do I got to say this? And for whatever reason, the organization loves this guy. They are infatuated with him. It's like, why? He sucks. Like, seriously, he is absolute dog shit.
You know why.
I could literally get a bag of dog shit and put it out on the ice, and that would put out a better performance in front of the fucking crease than that
Might get
guy
some
piece of garbage.
tripping penalties, but I mean.
Well, I mean, still, maybe a
But-
few smudges on the ice too, but you know.
Aside from what you just said, Matty, you know why they're going to play him every day. You know why he's going to play all 82 games.
Unfortunately, because of his fucking contract.
Bingo.
Yeah.
His $5 million cap hit. You're not going to pay. And I realized they
Great
did that
contract.
before, but a couple of years ago when they actually set Andrew McDonald from here and there and sent him to the minors, you had defensemen there in place that you could afford to do that. You don't have that now. You have to play him now.
Yeah,
You have no
unfortunately.
choice. Your hands are tied.
They are, but that's the tough part of it. It's like it's not the fact that Andrew McDonald has to play every day. That wasn't what I'm trying to address. I'm just trying to address the fact that you could have gone out since the cap room was being changed. And I'm not saying the JVR move's a bad move. I'm not saying that. I am saying this, though, that you could have spent that money to say, hey, you know what? We're going to get a legitimate veteran to help the young guys. Maybe put somebody who's good with Shane Gostisbehere to kind of teach him how to be a leader in a defensive role.
Teach him how to be a good defenseman.
Yeah, like that might be the idea here of how a hockey team works. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not in the NHL, so I don't know.
I mean, let's be fair. Aside from John Carlson, there weren't very many good options out there.
No.
Yeah, but they're better options than Andrew McDonald.
No, I mean, there's still they could still make a trade and still wind up making a splash on a defensive end. But
that is true.
is it likely to happen? I don't think so.
Not at this point.
Not
no,
at
I
this
wouldn't say
point.
so.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, training camp starts up in what? A month and a half, 2 months.
Oh,
It's
the
all-
fact that you said that.
84
oh,
days until
This
puck
is-
drop.
Oh, the fact that you
Can we
said
just get
that,
something
man.
else other than
God.
baseball?
Dude, the fact that you just said that is making me
sorry.
so happy right now.
You see,
That's the greatest thing
We
ever.
have a good baseball team to watch, and you don't.
I mean, my baseball team's only 10 games out of first place.
There's still hope.
There's
There's
still
still hope
No,
for
there's
the
not.
Pirates.
No, there's not.
The other P in Pennsylvania.
No, because before the trade deadline comes up, everybody that's good on the Pirates will be dished out. So,
Andrew McCutcheon.
for nothing.
Anyway.
He's gone.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
way
that was
before
last year.
the
That was,
season.
that was
Well, did he
That's history.
sign away or did they trade him away?
traded
They
him.
trade him.
They traded him? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was a smart move. But anyway.
Well, to get something for him.
But anyway.
I mean, overall, like, the little bit that the Flyers have done so far, I can't sit there and say that I don't like what they've done. They went out and they got the goal scorer they needed. They went out and got a fucking left winger for crying out loud. They finally got a left winger.
Yes, they did.
They need a left winger.
But,
he-
like,
I was just going to say, here's the thing for you, Maddie, is do you think this contract's going to eventually hurt them?
see, that's the thing, too. The length is a little crazy. And I will say the length does concern me a smidge. I worry because of guys like Morgan Frost and of guys like LeBurge. These are guys that are being looked at as they're NHL ready, or LeBurge will be soon. It's like, and Vecchione as well. You can only bring one of them up really on a third line now, and maybe one on the fourth. And that's it. And it's like you're not going to get the best production out of them on those lines.
Yeah.
You want to get them on the second, and you want to get them on the third. You can try and sport something, but you really want them on the second. That's what you really want them at, if you want to get anything out of them. However, though, we are in a good spot, though, where we do have Nolan Patrick.
Yeah.
So there is that side of the coin right there, where it's like, all right, we have Nolan Patrick at least.
See,
you know?
that's the only thing that I saw when I saw them sign him was that, this contract might end up hurting the Flyers in the long run. I mean, if he does score his 30 goals that he's been doing the past couple seasons, then obviously the Flyers win there. But, if he doesn't produce, the Philly way is we got to get rid of him. But then there's a $7 million contract that you got to get rid of, and that's just going to potentially hurt them even more.
Well, here's the thing about JVR. Like, and I'm sure not everybody feels the same way I do. You bring in JVR because he's going to give you 30 goals a year. Even if
Yeah.
it's 30 goals and 2 assists, he's doing his job as a goal
Oh, yeah.
scorer. The beauty part about it is it's a 5-year deal, but he's only 29.
yeah, no.
So he's going to be 34 by the time the contract's up. So it's not going to be terrible. So we don't really have to look too far down the line and be like, oh, well, what happens if he turns 36, 37? No, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
he's hitting his prime.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in his prime now. So he'll be coming down to the end of his prime by the time the contract's over. And then it's just kind of like, well, when he turns 34, you figure out what to do from there.
Well, there's that. Andre, what's your personal opinion on the JVR signing back with the Philadelphia Flyers?
I think it's like putting your finger in a cut.
Really?
You're just making it. I don't think it's gonna help. I don't think it's gonna hurt, but it's worth a shot. I don't just seeing how he's played on other teams, even with the Flyers, and like you said, his relationship with the Flyers was terrible.
At the time. But what my point was going to be, I think now he's gone a 180 on the organization because now Ron Hextall's in charge. Dave Haxtell's the coach. It's not Paul Holmgren who's in charge, and I think that's the underlying factor of that. I think that's why he's probably willing to come back to Philly now, as compared to back then when he just said, okay, fuck you guys. You guys think I'm worth Luke Shen? Like,
No one's worth
I mean,
that.
literally.
It's crazy though because Luke Shen was actually a good defenseman, and then he hit the Flyers and sucked.
And ever since
So-
then, he sucked.
I remember.
Like,
No, I just
seriously.
remember playing like NHL Ultimate Team and like, damn, I gotta get Luke Shen. Like Luke Shen's good,
Aren't you
good
happy?
overall, a solid defenseman, and
aren't-
then it's like now he's like a 74
yeah.
overall, like
Aren't you happy?
barely AHL.
Aren't you happy that?
Right.
Aren't you happy that Pittsburgh never bit down on him?
I'm happy the other birds got him.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like 100. Oh my god.
I'm gonna, before I kill Mikey, I'm going to get some of these comments here that are rolling in.
Go right ahead.
My man David Raska chiming in, quack, quack. Let's go Ducks. Ducks are awesome if you smell what the Ducks are cooking. And I've smelled Ducks cook before, and it's actually really good.
So you.
that's why they haven't won a cup in a while.
Are you consuming your own? Like
He's like, next question.
We're
No.
we're just gonna move on. I'm gonna the other
like I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Cannibalism is cannibalism, but you know.
Chrome chiming in, sweet jersey. I agree. I love my jersey. James Wilder, Darkwing Duck, great reference, great show. Chrome chiming back in with a JVR point saying JVR would definitely be great for the offense and nice veteran presence for the young guys. We still need some defensive help. Welcome back, JVR.
I agree.
Yeah. Frank Vespi, and I'm assuming he did this on purpose. Rondo is the best, isn't he?
Brodo's just like, oh, Brodo's just like, I can't escape it.
I'm excited. He goes on to say, I'm excited to see him get vengeance in orange and black. Greg Malakovic saying, quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Obviously, that's a quote from the movie. Greg Malakovic goes on to say, I think he's productive early, but my issue is with signing in the years, the back end of the contract worries me, which I get that. But again, at the same time, he's only going to be 34. That's about the time his prime's going to start ending. And Frank wants to know who we did get in the JVR trade he forgot. And if you didn't pick up on it yet, Frank, it was Luke Shen.
Yep. Oh, that was my beginning hatred of the Flyers defense, was the moment that Luke Shen put on a fucking orange and black sweater. And that was the moment, too. And it's funny. The moment Luke Shen becomes a Flyer, I swear to God, Braden Coburn can't clear the puck to save his sorry ass, and he's giving up breakaways all the time. Keeman Tiemanen's starting to go downhill because he's starting to get up there. And on top of that, we signed Andrew McDonald, who was never good on top of this. It's like, is it just me, or everywhere Luke Shen goes, shit follows? It just seems like that's the that's the common app, because he wasn't good in L.A. either. What the fuck? Like, seriously.
I mean, thank God he's going to be like the 7th defenseman for us. So he'll probably be spending most of his time either sitting up in the press box or he's going to be in San Diego.
Well, there you go.
Thank God for that.
He can't harm you from there.
Oh, he can still harm us. Crumb chiming back in saying, I feel like hockey players still produce at a high level at an older age than guys at that age in any other sport.
You know what, though? He is correct, though, in a lot of ways. Because when you think about it, how many basketball players do you know really were as good in the twilight of their careers? And Michael Jordan really doesn't count because he's the once-in-a-lifetime guy. How many others can you say?
I
You
mean,
know?
Kobe Bryant. I mean, you can kind of say Vince Carter.
Yeah, but again, Kobe's kind of that once-in-a-generation player.
No, I gotcha.
It's like it's kind of like hard to say. Football, football. Obviously, when you're like 30, you're
Kobe's-
pretty much ready to go.
Well,
you
the
know,
only thing is, like,
Yeah.
quarterbacks, obviously Tom Brady at being 40 is still producing.
Yeah,
so.
Hard to
Ben
believe he's
Roethlisberger,
40.
36, is still
Yeah.
producing.
That's
And
good.
just
That's
that-
far
that
for
that whole
years.
class. I mean,
Yeah.
of quarterbacks with Philip Rivers,
Yeah.
Roethlisberger, Eli Manning a little bit,
You
but
know,
his offense was garbage last year, so he couldn't do anything about it.
The
Right.
weirdest part about it is 2 weeks ago when we're riding in the car and you say, the weird part of this, Tom Brady was drafted in the 7th round.
Yeah, sixth
and
round,
or
sixth
6th round.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, how
But
the fuck
It's the
does
same
that
thing.
happen? Like, seriously.
You find gems there.
You just never know. You
Antonio-
seriously never know.
Antonio
Seriously.
Brown was a 6th round pick, and now he's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
And Vinny D chiming in saying, I'm here, boys. What's up, Andre and Maddie?
What's up, Vinny?
Yo.
Yeah,
Solid.
so, Vin's the only guy I've known who, because Andre's telling me this off mic, who attempted murder on somebody on the ice. Literally, like, threw a stick at a guy and started beating the shit out of him.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Vinny, feel free to comment more on this if you want.
Men's league.
He's a saint.
Yeah.
Beer League.
But with that, With that being said, though, other Flyers moves that have happened, Flyers have kind of been quiet for the most part. This is stereotypical now of the Flyers. Flyers used to be the team that made the big splash every year, and everyone's like, holy shit, what are the Flyers going to do now? But I think they learned their lesson the hard way when it comes to, don't fucking build a team through free agency. Probably best to build it through the draft. It's usually the better bet. At
Most
least now
times.
they follow that motive.
Real quick, Chrome wants to know, wasn't Chelios still good well into his 40s?
Chelios wasn't
Yes.
bad. No, absolutely not.
Chelios, Nick Lidstrom, Mark Messier was good until the moment he retired. Timu Solani was good until the moment he retired.
I mean, Jeremy Roenick came to the Flyers for 3 years, and he was actually very productive on the team, and that was not his young days when he was a Flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tony Amonte was good, too, and he was about ready to hang it up when he came to Philadelphia.
Yeah, he only had like a year or two, so.
Yeah, but still.
Yager,
still performing at a high level.
Ah.
I beat Chrome to it.
We both beat Chrome to it.
He was going to say Yags. The
Guys
guy.
like, well, I mean, he goes on to say guys like Pronger, Thornton. He obviously said Yager. Pronger, yeah. Pronger was a good one.
Pronger,
Joe Thornton's
yeah.
still performing at a high level.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a valid point. It's just the way the league is built. These
That's
guys
true.
they build endurance.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Their
I mean,
endurance is
These guys are athletic freaks. People
Yeah.
don't realize that,
I mean, say what you will about Mike Fisher. Mike Fisher retired and he came back. And he actually didn't do bad when he came back.
we just signed a
Nashville.
40-year-old veteran, Matt Colin. So I mean,
And he's
back
still
for another
going,
year.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, Yager was saying when he was where was he? In Florida. He said he was feeling younger and better than he'd ever felt in his life at any point in
because
his
he's playing
career.
with kids,
Well, that too.
somebody who could actually be his kid.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny when you get that old and you're actually still playing? And it's just like, man, this kid could be my
He
son.
could actually be my son.
He could be my son. Nice. You know what? Maybe I will make him my son. You know? Why don't we do that now?
Lord knows what he's doing over in Europe.
Oh, what, Yager?
Yeah.
Oh, he's banging 18-year-old Czech models. We know what he's fucking
I saw
doing.
that one.
Good for him.
Dude, man. The fact that he banged an 18-year-old Czech model and the fact that it was somebody's girlfriend that was on his team is fucking glorious. That is the greatest thing ever.
Oh,
He probably had no idea until he posted the picture. Guy's like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
what? That's my girlfriend.
Well, you gotta do it in the Czech way. It's like,
Sucks to be
you
you.
gotta do it in the
My
Czech,
bad.
but you gotta do it in the Czech
Sorry,
accent.
dude.
He's gotta be like, dude, that's my bitch. What you doing to my bitch? And that's pretty much how it goes in the Czech Republic.
What's up, Steve? Steve Krasowski saying, hey, guys.
What up?
Tom Arnone saying, what's up, fam?
What's
up?
up? All right, so Flyers and the other moves that they've been making, they wind up re-signing Alex Lyon, agreeing to a 2-year contract. I totally agree with re-signing Alex Lyon.
Yeah.
I like that they got that deal done because now you got your backup.
Yes, absolutely solid backup. And I never noticed this before, but his helmet is actually Pennywise from It. That is fucking awesome. But anyway,
I can't look.
Yeah.
that
I'm
is
done.
fucking awesome that he actually has that.
No.
I forgot he's got clownophobia over
I
here. and I
will
brought
Listen, the
that
movie was
up,
great.
Yeah.
The movie was great. I loved it. Oh, I just can't.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie freaked me out for a little bit.
And the Flyers signed defenseman Christian Fullen from the Los Angeles Kings to a 1-year contract, basically rental. So, but hey, you know what? As far as rental goes, it's fine. It's like, all right.
Yeah, but that
know?
fills the need that the Flyers needed on defense. It was right-handed shot. And
Yeah.
me, and I don't know if she's actually still listening, but Stephanie Hoover, we have that conversation a lot, is, Flyers need a right-handed defenseman.
They do. They do.
And they went out and they got one. They got a good one. He can skate. He's not very good in the corners. He does give up some pucks every now and again, but he's 27 years old. He's fairly young. It's a good signing.
Yeah. Speaking
Good
of making moves, and this one has nothing to do with the Flyers, but apparently Claude Giroux is making some moves.
Yes.
He was deciding to take a personal plunge, if you would, as he has officially been taken off the market.
Oh, hey, girl,
So-
hey.
So, yeah, sorry, ladies. Apparently, Claude is now married to a young lady by the name of Rian. That is her name. So, definitely a Canadian name. I can't imagine seeing some chick named
Oh,
Rian
she's definitely
living in
on.
the United States.
She is definitely on.
She actually looks like Mandy Rose. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Like, Brodo,
Actually,
look it
somebody
up.
did say
she
that.
actually looks a shit ton like Mandy Rose. You'd be surprised.
Who said that? Somebody else said that to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, then
forget
you
who
know
it
what? That
was.
means it's true. If two people say it, you know it's true. It's like the internet. Everything you read on there is absolutely 100% factual.
And
Oh,
I'm
no
a
doubt.
superhero.
Who knew?
That would be awesome.
So,
Huh.
all right.
Be
Well,
a
if you're a superhero though, who would you be? I'm thinking the Flash. That's just me. I'm feeling like a smart assy vibe.
I feel like it'd be someone that ate a lot.
so
A fat superhero.
Huh. That's a good
The
question.
Blob.
like
the
it.
Blob from X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know. Or maybe Deadpool. Just you can
Well,
eat
he
yourself
does. You
to
just have
death.
to eat a lot of enchiladas and tacos.
Yeah,
I love
it-
tacos.
But the best part
Chimichangas.
But the best part of it, you can keep eating chimichangas, keep gaining weight, and die, and come back,
and I can
still
say
eat
horrible
more.
things and get
Yeah,
away with
and
it.
get away with it because you
Okay.
never die. So there you go.
Hey, that works out.
So, with that being said, Flyers with the personal plunge of Claude Giroux. We also have a defensive prospect, Reese Wilcox, signed to a 2-year, 2-way contract extension, which isn't bad because Reese actually did a lot for the Phantoms during their Eastern Conference appearance playoff run.
And give him a 2-way contract, which probably means he might spend some time up with the big boys this year.
I hope so because he definitely showed
plays
a
well
lot.
enough.
Yeah, he played very well for the Phantoms going into their playoff run. So I love it. I love the fact that the Flyers system is now stocked. It used to be a day where you could not find a single prospect to save your sorry ass in Philadelphia. You were just like, yeah, we had this guy, and then we kind of traded him to where bumfuck who knows where. But we got like this old guy who can do something for us like in the near future. Like, great. So we're the team of old farts.
Retirement home.
Yes, we
We're
are a
like
retirement
Florida.
home. Yeah.
At one point they were. They were all skating around on
Wheelchairs.
Yeah, at one point,
wheelchairs
yeah.
crutches and walkers and all that stuff.
They had their blood transfusion bags following them right behind them, not too far.
Apparently, Deion Brown wants to be Deadpool. Says Deadpool all the way.
There you go, man. Deadpool's the shit.
I'm still worried about our goalie though, or goalie situation.
Well,
I don't. I'm
the
te-
goalie situation's pretty much just everyone's got their dead set mind on Carter Hart. Everyone has tunnel vision towards Carter Hart. Right now, as it stands, it's going to be, or this is what it should be, Brian Elliott starting because he's got one more year, and Alex Lyons his backup. But if Carter Hart shows something in camp, maybe, just maybe, come trade deadline time, if Brian Elliott is not up to snuff, which is entirely possible, we get rid of fucking Elliott, we bring Carter in, and we kind of platoon him a little bit with Lyon, and we'll see where he's at.
I want Brace Golf back.
No.
I just
No.
want to hear him talk.
No, no.
It's
You can have
humongous.
Briz back in the Briz can come back in the office and just be the HR person.
How about he's the
we'll go
mascot?
with that. Fine. He'll be the mascot, and he'll be a big fucking bear. That's what we'll have him as.
What's a flyer anyway?
I know. What is a flyer?
Somebody who
Oh, yeah. Hey, girls. See, girls here. That's a flyer.
Why? Why? Because we're not a duck
Exactly.
or a
People know what a
penguin?
duck is.
here it comes.
or a platypus.
or something that can fly.
Well, you see, that's the thing, though.
Ooh.
But
He's coming at you, too.
See, people don't know this though about Mikey. Mikey actually has another job, and the other job is he makes penguins believe that they can fly.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah, he gives penguins
We're
their
at the
dreams.
zoo. We pick them up and flap their wings.
Yeah, this is what Mikey does in his spare
Well, that
time.
sounds fun.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if you watch like nature documentaries, you watch, they fly down ice, right, and then they catch a little bit of air, so they fly for like 3 seconds,
And then they
3.0,
smack
and
into
then
the
they
ice.
smack into the water.
Yeah.
But that's why. That's
Who do you
they,
think
they
invented
fly
the-
for 3
Who
seconds,
do you
so
think
they still
invented
fly.
the belly flop?
Well, they get
Right.
eaten by the whale's tail.
You're welcome.
Wow.
But wait, what are you talking about? This is hard science right here, folks.
This
You
is
don't
hard
understand
science.
the
This is really
dynamic
hard
of the slope.
Do you not
and
hear the
everything.
music? It's hard science.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought we were classy.
Well, somewhat. We
Okay.
try to be somewhat classy
Okay, I'm
here.
learning.
Yeah, not completely though, because if you're completely classy, then you kind of lose your edge.
Man, I don't think I'm classy.
Well, that's fine. It balances it out. So
Okay,
there you
cool.
go. See, the classy one here is though Brian, as always, because he's PC. So
I'm not PC. Fuck you.
Brodo's just like, oh my god, it's like, what am I listening to right now? Brodo's like, I could have gone to college, and yet I'm standing right here behind this fucking board.
College.
Hey, listen.
It's like, seriously.
This show got better with him. I'm just saying.
Oh man. All right, so what the fuck were we talking about anyway?
That's the off-track music, by the way.
This is why people tune into the show. It's not for hockey. It's just for this shit.
No, they don't care about hockey at
Yeah,
all.
They
They're
don't
ready for
give
the.
two flying fucks. You know?
We're a comedy show. At
Yeah,
night.
it's just like, you know what? The Flyers exist. I know they do, but I don't give a fuck. What are these three jackasses going to say
Sorry.
this week? All right. Anyway.
My 9's getting covered up. I got to fix that. Sorry, guys. All right,
God
we're good.
forbid the 9 didn't get covered up. Crisis is fucking inverted here.
Hey,
Here we
it's going to
go.
be at top of the Honda Center, and they never going to be hidden again.
That is true. It is going to be hanged in the Honda Center. So
We'll
you know
talk more
what?
about that later, though.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that later. You know. So all right. Now that we got the Flyers out of the way, let's jump into what else has been going on in the NHL. Starting off, the Red Wings. They actually did something this offseason since they didn't do shit during the season. And they have re-signed Mr. Anthony Mantha.
Hold on,
to-
real quick. Time out.
Yeah.
Dion Brown wants to know, guys, is this kid Adam Ginning any good?
Adam Ginning.
I don't know who Adam Ginning is. That's the name I haven't heard.
That is an interest. That's a newbie, actually. I have not heard that name getting brought
I
up.
wonder if he
in
was somebody that was
circles.
picked up in the draft.
Yeah, let me take a quick gander at Adam Ginning. But while we look him up, let's dive into like I said, Red Wings. They signed Mantha back to a 2-year contract.
Oh, yeah. If you go back real quick,
He looks like he's 12.
he got drafted in this past NHL draft.
Oh, okay, that's why. All right, yeah, total brain fart right there. Yes, Adam Ginning was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers. Take a quick look here at his stats. So that
50th
way,
overall.
Yeah, it was just
6'4", 205.
it's a big
Solid.
boy.
he's
right
got
there,
he's got some size there, so he's probably a physical defenseman. He'll probably be really good at blocking guys out of the crease and clearing the way. So
And he is 17 right now, from what it's saying.
And
So
a penalty killer. That's great.
That's
That's big. That's
something
big.
that
Flyers
we
need
need
that.
right now. So far, when it comes to his offensive stats too, he's not bad on the offense. You know, he gets himself on the score sheet a few times, but nothing serious. So it's what it looks like is if he can contribute, he will. But it's looking like he's going to be more of a stay-at-home guy if he's going to be brought into the league for the Flyers at any point. Which isn't bad. We need more stay-at-home defensemen. Sometimes we get a little too blinded, if you will, by the flashiness of offense. And we're like, oh, dude, this guy can score like 18 goals and he's a defenseman, or he scores 20 goals as a defense. Like, that is wonderful. That's what we have forwards for. I kind of want him to be able to play defense. Can he do that for me, please? I don't
Yeah.
want Paul Coffey on my team. I don't need a Paul Coffey. I need an actual defenseman.
I mean, it's like you just said, man. He's 17 years old, so he's got a little ways to go before he breaks into the NHL. We'll see what happens. I mean, his stats don't look bad. Like I said, he's a big boy, so he's probably that big physical defender, which is something that the Flyers need. So we'll see in time if he actually winds up being good, Dion.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a little early to judge, but hopefully he does pan out for the Flyers. Like all prospects that the Flyers drafted, hopefully none of them are duds. But
Oh no, nobody wishes for a dud.
yeah, nobody. Nobody. Unfortunately, the Flyers know that firsthand. All we got to go is back to Maximum Ouellet, and we figured that the fuck out.
And then you go and trade for a guy like Alexander Day.
Please
You wanna talk about a bust?
don't bring up Alexander Daigle. That is the worst draft pick ever done by a franchise in Ottawa, and the fact that Philadelphia traded for him is a stain. Is one of the biggest shit stains the Flyers have on their career. So that's all you need to know. Yes. Anyway,
The biggest bust in NHL history.
he is. Oh, awful dude. Awful deal. That actually set Ottawa back a few years, too, oddly enough. It took them forever until Daniel Alfredson started showing up when that team got good again. Anyway. Whew. All right.
Miss watching him play.
So, yeah, like I
I
said,
didn't miss playing him, though.
well, Daniel Alfredson, no.
Especially back when Alfie and Spezza were all on the same
And,
Oh.
and Hossa. Oh, Christ.
yeah,
Oh, my
they were-
God. And Chara was the D-man on that team.
Filthy.
Oh, my God.
Filthy.
How the
Pretty
fuck
scary.
that team did not manage to get to the Stanley Cup Finals until it was too late is beyond me. Like, seriously. Well, what killed them, though, was goaltending. They just never had a solid goalie. Every year they'd rock a new one. Except when they got Ray Emery, he was okay for them. Keyword was okay.
It sounds familiar, Matty. Huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Goalie
You know.
carousel.
Yeah, well, we can't. We can't all get lucky and be a shit fucking team and get Marc-Andre Fleury. So, that's what happens at the end of the day.
It was awesome to be ass for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's great that a team was so mismanaged that they just fell into fucking Crosby and the rest of them. Like, Jesus.
Well,
Seriously.
I mean, you could always be the Ducks too and just draft good goalies.
Yeah, but
D.A. Bear, Michael Shalenkov, J.S. Jaguar, Johnny Gibson so far, Frederick Anderson before he got traded. I'm happy where I am.
Well, I mean, the
you
Flyers.
didn't say Briz.
The Flyers
Briz
end
was a
up
backup,
drafting
though.
good goalies, but they trade them away.
Yeah.
Well, we had Boucher and we traded him away. That was smart on our part. It's like, oh,
Letting
yeah.
in beach balls.
Yeah. God, that was terrible. And then we had Robert Esch. Oh, my God, what a wonderful choice he was in net.
I love taking a little trips down memory lane.
God, that was terrible.
This hurts.
Robert Esch, what? Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, when you come to grips with your team, you're like, my God, my team was fucking idiotic
Well, it's
back
the
in the
Philly
day.
thing. We get great players, and we're like, hey, get out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
we
You're
love
too
that
good
shit.
for us. Get out of here.
Yeah, seriously. Every team does it, too. It's actually the funniest thing. Every single team
Oh, yeah.
does it. I don't know how that's possible, but every team in the city does the exact same thing the other one does. They either reset at the same time, they get a good player at the same time, or they just trade away good talent at the same time. It's
Oh,
freaking
God,
hilarious.
don't trade away Reese Hoskins, please. Or Aaron Nola.
Well, it's okay. It's okay because the Sixers have not traded away any talent, I think.
Yet.
Yeah. And then,
If Kawhi comes to Philly,
Kawhi ain't coming.
I
We're
think
going to
it's
see
too
some
late,
talent
you're
gone.
going to see a lot of talent
didn't
leave.
that go away the moment that LeBron went to the Lakers? But anyway.
That was crazy.
And then on top of that, too, the Eagles haven't done anything stupid.
Don't even bring up the Eagles.
Okay.
City winners, baby.
At least Pac-Man got arrested this week.
Yes, that's good.
Again.
He'll be
I
in a
hate
wrestling
At
ring
least,
soon.
at least Pac-Man got arrested. Yeah, that's something that's said every offseason.
Exactly.
Yes, that is true.
He's an absolute piece
and,
of shit.
And also another piece of shit who just
Yeah.
happens to be hanging on the wall
How is
right
he
now.
on the goat wall?
Don't. Or Tom will come down
We
and
had that
shank you. It's
conversation.
already bad enough he wants to shank you because you're a Penguins fan.
Wait, which
Give
one?
him.
Oh,
The
This-
McCoy.
this
yeah, let's not talk about that.
Shady
Who
one.
else would be the piece of shit on this wall?
Nick
I mean,
Foles
honestly.
for winning their first Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding.
Brodo's now ready to shank him. Anyway,
Wow.
Brodo's about to come across that border and just get the knife out and just
No,
go to
just kidding.
fucking town. We're going to
I'm
have
just
Shawshank Redemption up in this bitch
Or
right
you can
now.
play Iverson CD in the background.
hold on.
Wait, Chris Webber's kind of a piece of shit. So, I mean, I guess you could make a case for Weber. Iverson, I mean,
He bailed on us on that whole. We paid for tickets, and then he's like, I'm not going to show up. I'm a bit drunk.
yeah, but I mean, he's a superstar. He could do those things. Anyway, what? Lindros can do the same shit. We
Oh,
don't give
right.
a
Get a
fuck.
concussion constantly.
Yeah, unfortunately. Got to stop. Anyway, all right, enough about this memory lane garbage. Let's go back to now because now seems like a better time to be a Philly fan. Please. All right. So, like I said, Mantha signed a 2-year deal. Who cares? Back on to other deals going on in the NHL. Connor Hellebuck, who was a Vezina Trophy runner-up, kind of a snub. It got his 6-year contract with the Jets worth $37 million. And, yeah, now the real question is he going to put up the numbers that we saw this past season? That's the real question.
Oh, crap. I didn't see it was 6 years. I just saw he
Yeah.
re-signed.
It's a 6-year, $37 million contract. So now the real question is Helly going to do the exact same thing that he did this past season for the Jets? That's the real question.
Timeout. Ralph, how dare you?
Oh, God, what did Ralph do?
He said,
wants
how
his
much you want
jersey."
for that jersey? Fuck you, Ralph. I'll tell you what. I will give you the jersey when you can grow hair up here and not just down here, brother.
Oh, that's
He
a
said,
good
"Fuck
one.
your neck beard."
Love you, Ralphie.
Oh, man. That's a good one. All right, so the PC
I had Berto jumping up and down in this chair.
Hey, you know what? I give it. Daly has officially broken his PC banner that I forced upon him. There we go.
I broke it like a year ago.
Yeah, but I kept forcing it on you. So
That's true.
I
That's true.
force
I'll give you
things
that.
on a lot of
I'll
people.
give you that.
I need
Want to give a
move.
shout out to Dion.
All right, so. Oh God, what was the response?
No, it's
No.
just-
God, what was it?
Real quick.
I'm just thinking of the neckbeard.
Yeah, it's
Oh wow. So Hunter Shannon's hoping that Shady is not guilty of beating up his ex.
He's a horrible person.
Let's be honest. I think Shady's like OJ. He did it. We all know he did. Like, it's just kind of the way it is.
all right. Hold on. We got a bid war going on for my jersey right now.
I'll throw in 5 extra.
All right, listen. All right. So what's the offer here for Dion, and what's the offer here for Ralph for my jersey here? I'll even autograph it.
Myself.
A2D too
Yeah.
on the end of it.
Yep,
One of
that's
one.
exactly what I'm
It,
gonna do.
it has to be on the 9 though. Has to be on the 9.
Of course, it's gonna be on the line. Where do you think it's gonna be? Where do you think I'm gonna sign the logo?
Well, I mean, some
Nobody
people
signs the logo.
Hey,
You
hey,
sign a
listen,
number.
listen. Sometimes first time, sometimes mistakes. You don't want that.
It'll be a special one of one. Only one in existence.
Yep.
Frame
We
it in the
got this.
basement.
It's worth like $1,000.
Well, I took it out of the frame for today.
Oh, that was a great idea.
Could you like seriously though? Like it'd be worth like $1,000. Be like, yeah, this one was signed by Brian Daly of A2DRadio.com.
Trevor Daly's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
long lost cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see bids on it.
By the way, if you do,
It takes a little while for these guys.
but then what
Okay,
you do
come
is
on,
then you hold
guys.
up a picture of Trevor Daly. It's like the resemblance is deafening. You
Oh,
would be
there's no doubt.
surprised at the
Absolutely.
resemblance.
he's got my nose. I have his eyes. It's the
yeah,
craziest
it's just
thing.
the way it is. Perfect family resemblance.
Mhm.
That Daily Jeans. All right.
You know he got the Daily Jeans because he's got a nice beard too.
He had a chance to rock it this year too. So there you go.
Hashtag best beard in the business.
All right. So.
Oh, I might do that.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
Oh.
A2D Radio is putting up $1 million for my jersey. Can I see the check?
So hold on.
Let me just make sure you guys got the money
read,
first.
Read what Greg said.
Greg's just like, let's be real. It won't fit Ralphie. Oh my God, that's
Oh
great.
man,
Oh, that's great.
that's great.
Oh, and Ralph
Well, I
says,
mean-
I'll make it fit.
Oh
He's gonna
man.
take it to a tailor, get it like, hey, can you get it like
I can't let that happen to this thing. Can't let that happen.
The Ducks logo wouldn't even really look like the Duck. It'd just be so
It'll
expanded.
just be so expanded. His jersey will be ripping at the seams.
That'd be like the silly putty on the newspaper, just pulled apart.
I can't even do this. Oh, shit. Oh,
help
that's
you
great.
So while the
fit,
bidding
Ralph.
war continues, let's see
All right,
here.
so we got $1 million. I'm considering $1 million from A2D Radio. Again, I would like to see the check to make sure you actually have the money.
Anyone can write a check.
and then Dion
Money
said,
order.
Fair enough.
Dion
Money
Fair
said,
order.
enough. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
and then okay,
Oh, man.
this show is great. This is just wonderful. We
Ralph's going to turn it into a small town.
oh.
Oh, that's
For that-
great.
But for a sport utility vehicle.
Yo.
So okay.
Steve Jenkins with the fire. Who the hell is this
And
guy?
I thought what I said was funny. Oh, that's Steve.
But Steve, man, whew, you got us on that one. So on to.
I can't breathe.
All right, so before the bidding continues. All right, so let's try and rear this back into some semblance of a show.
I can't.
So Jamie Alexiak
Yeah.
signs a 3-year deal with your piss color yellow wearing Penguins.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're a hockey show.
Yes. We are not a bidding show here on A2D. We should have one, though. That'd be real interesting to see how that shit
Shit,
would
if we're
work
already
out.
getting up to $1 million, I mean.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't realize we had something this valuable just sitting
You
right
own
on
the
Brian's
station
shoulders.
now.
Hall of
here.
Famer.
Christ, I mean, he is
Hall
a
of Famer. The number's about to be retired
And
this
by
year.
the way, it is a cup jersey, so there you
Yeah.
go. It is a finals
I
jersey.
mean, they didn't win it, but,
Finals
still got the
jersey.
patch.
Still up in value. Still
We
up
love
in
you too,
value.
Ralphie. We
Yeah.
love you too, Ben.
All right, so Jamie Alexiak signed 3-year deal with the piss color yelling Penguins.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Crosby sucks.
Thank you.
thank you.
Sorry.
So, Mikey,
Yes.
your input.
I
Oh.
love it. I think it's a good deal for us.
I'm
You know-
a billionaire.
Oh, really?
Steve Jenkins putting up $1 billion for my jersey.
I don't know. He seems kind of
Ralphie,
shady.
how much better can you do?
I don't know, man. Listen, he seems kind of shady, Steve. I'll give him that. I don't know. I don't know if she follow through on that one.
But yeah, going back to the deal. I mean, I really like the deal. He's 6'7" defenseman. I mean, he's solid. He could do everything. He did put a couple pucks in the net. You know, like I said, solid defenseman. He could fight. You know, I like it all. So I'm happy with the signing. I'm also happy that we signed Jack Johnson to a lower contract for only $3.2 million a year, which is solid for me. 5 years. I don't think it'll hurt us too much.
All right, then.
Yeah.
That sounds good, man. Hunter Shannon actually wants to know who's the best Eagles player in all time, in your guys' opinion.
Tim Tebow.
I got one better. It's Terrell Owens.
Can you mute
Anyway.
Andre for the rest of the show?
Oh, come on.
I deserve
We-
it after that.
Yeah, no.
I'm a Tebow fan, but come on.
No. We
What,
all
you're
know.
not a Mets
Hey,
fan?
listen, guys.
No.
We all know that it's
I'm
T.O.
3.5 out of 4.
We all know that it's T.O. Let's just call it what it is. I
I
mean,
thought it was Michael Vick.
seriously. Brodo's about to kill
Wow.
me. Sitting behind the board right now. This is good.
Let's be honest. Let's be for real here. It's Carson Wentz. The savior of Philadelphia.
He is. Yeah, he's the Lord and Savior. He brought the Lombardi Trophy to Philadelphia.
He's got the best
God.
play of all time too. Like
I
he's
bet-
got multiple best plays of all time.
Let's call
for
it what
the
it
Eagles.
is, man. I know this is hard for Philadelphia Eagles fans to say, but he's better than Wentz, and he's better than McNabb ever was. We all know it's the truth about him.
Are we talking about Nick Foles here?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't talking about somebody else.
I'm just trying to get Ryan so pissed that he has, like, steam coming out of his fucking ears.
That's great.
All right.
Front of him.
Okay.
Oh, Hunter, you slay me.
Good thing Patman wasn't on the team because he would have been the one that was said. But anyway. Oh, God.
Let's not talk about Pac-Man.
At least I had enough dignity not to say that. So, but
Fair
anyway. All right. On to hockey again. Now, this one's an interesting one. 44 NHL players apparently filing for salary arbitration. Wow. How does that fucking happen in a league? Like, seriously, how the fuck does that happen?
Well, because they get paid $600,000.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, most of the guys that are hitting arbitration are guys that are coming right off their
they're-
entry-level contracts, or they're
Yeah, they're the lowest paid out of any of the 4 major sports. I mean, it's something that, you know, think
Yeah,
about.
but-
All right, listen though, we didn't get to John Tavares yet, but look at the contract that he just signed. That contract, if he was, you know, the best free agent in the NFL, he would have got paid $25 million per year, with $60 million guaranteed. So it's like, you got to look at it that way. These guys don't get paid nothing, and it's a shame, absolutely a shame.
this is an interesting comment. I want to bring this up to your guys' attention. Can you guys ever? And this is Dion Brown asking. Just give you a little shout out there, Dion. Can you guys ever see the day the Flyers get back to Broad Street Bullies? I know it's years later, but we don't fear the ice in our opponents.
Well, that's the thing, though. The Broad Street Bully era was that era. You know, it was kind of like that was how hockey was. It was the wild fucking West back then. You could get away with pretty much murdering somebody on the ice. I don't even think they had a rule written for you to stab someone with your skate. I probably have it now. I'm surprised that none of the bullies tried it. But seriously, that was just how it was. That's back then you can intimidate teams to the point where they were scared shitless of you. Even in the 80s, you could do it. In the 90s, you had enough bad guys in the league where enough tough guys to scare someone. Those guys are kind of gone in the league. You know? I mean,
It's a different game too. It's
Yeah.
not the same game anymore. It's a game that's actually, you know, yeah, you're still gonna have some fisticuffs thrown around.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some heavy hits thrown around, but it's a speed game now more than it is anything else, and
Yeah.
it's turning into a finesse game, which for a lot of fans like myself and Mikey and even Maddie here, like I love the physical part of the game.
Oh, no doubt.
But seeing the skill, the finesse, the speed,
Yeah.
the game is picked up.
It's
and
just the way the game is now.
it's
like
evolved.
If you're a bigger body, you're not really meant to be in the NHL anymore. You know, a lot of these guys. I mean, even looking at the kids that are drafted now, they're like 150, like
Yeah, they're not-
5'10" and 150. They're just fast.
They're not.
You
yeah,
know?
they're not big bodies anymore. Yeah, we don't fear anybody on the ice anymore, but they don't necessarily
Yeah.
fear us anymore
It's-
because you don't have that enforcer anymore. you
No,
don't have that
it's
person
the
to fear.
older guys. It's the older guys in the league now that were old enforcers that they're still the physical players, but it's just
Yeah.
you don't see them as often. A lot of the enforcers are all 30-plus-year-old guys that have been in the league for 10
Yeah,
years
and they're all being
already.
forced out of the league.
Yeah.
Guys like Zach Ronaldo, who's probably going to be AHL player.
Yeah.
Dan Carcillo, who was forced to retire early, injury concerns too,
Yeah.
but he was an enforcer. Like, those guys don't exist anymore,
No.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Throw
it too.
fisticuffs every once in a while. That's fine, but
I mean, here's the thing. The only way to be an intimidating team is to be a physical presence, but you can score. For example, the Ducks. Physical presence. They love to throw the body around. They have enough big bodies to do it,
I
but
don't think they're going to do that this year.
but those big bodies can score. So it's like you can intimidate a team like that where we can hit you as hard as anybody could possibly hit you into the boards that you pretty much want to commit suicide after I hit you. But I'm also going to score on your goalie after I'm done beating the shit out of you on the boards. So congratulations. That's how you intimidate teams anymore in the league. You don't have that guy who just comes out and scares the hell out of everybody because you're afraid he's going to grip you and start punching you.
Yeah,
It's a different time period.
You're not intimidated by the you're not intimidated by the enforcer anymore. You're intimidated by the guys like Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, guys that can beat you in multiple ways, and not just a physical way. Even though Ovechkin
Did
can.
you see the way that Crosby threw Matt Niskin around back before they were teammates?
Yeah, back when
must have missed
Crosby
that
had a
one.
sack.
He had one.
Actually, very good question. I don't think he did.
I thought it just.
Got to give a special shout out to Christian Miranda. Go Ducks!
Yeah, go Ducks, man.
Special shout out.
Sorry,
I
Bird.
gotta give my people some love.
Bird gang out
Oh
here.
God,
I gotta give my people the love.
David Roscoe's carrying something over from Lazy Bookin', and this is gonna piss Andre off. Hey, it's CM Punk.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned
Don't.
it,
don't.
I do see it.
This was earlier. Mike
This
said
is
the
killing
same.
me.
Mataraki said the same thing on Lazy Bookin' too.
I'm gonna find you.
Oh, all
Gotta go all the
right.
way out to Anaheim because
So-
that's where David is.
So, well, why did you tell him where he lives?
Thank you.
Like,
I didn't say where he lived. I just said he lived in
but
California.
yeah, but you don't understand.
It's a big
Andre
state.
will actually charter a flight to go to Anaheim and hunt his ass down.
I'm offended. I met the man. He's
Yeah.
a bum.
I'm sure he is the bum.
I'm
I
pretty
believe
sure I
it.
could beat him in my sleep, and I'm like 3 foot tall.
It's funny. He goes to the He goes to UFC. Can't
Get-
win a fight.
Gets his ass kicked
I could
twice.
go beat
Yep.
him easily.
I'm sure he could. I believe. No, I'm not. I'm being genuine too. Like he sucked.
Yeah,
But at
pretty
least I
much.
wasn't called Bret Hart, so I'm good.
Yes, at least there's that.
I'm not
Thank-
touching that one.
Thank God none of us can be called Bret Hart. Thank God.
I don't.
Oh, thank God.
I'd rather be called Briz,
At least you have a personality. But
but not Crosby.
before we dive into any more Facebook comments, Jeremy Ben Israel chiming in here on the YouTube saying, I agree, dog shit greater than AMAC of Andrew McDonald. And he also says, any chance Vorbayev, Vecchioni, or even Frost makes the team as third-line center? And what about LeBurge or Knack? LeBurge, I think, is going to wait a little bit because I think he's not as far along in the process. I think he can come up at some point if he does show something in training camp. Vorbayev, Vecchioni, and Frost, they're the more, ready candidates at this time. So, but the thing is, I would like to see one of them be that for third line center. I think it's going to be Vecchioni or Frost. It's one of those two that's going to probably get the nod to be our third line center come regular season time.
That wasn't very nice.
And somebody said something. Some shit just hit the fan. I don't know clue what the fuck's going
Shit
on.
didn't get the fan. It's a little ball busting. That's all.
Ah, okay. So, also, he goes on to say, did you see JVR making Simmer? Do you see JVR making Simmer expendable, especially if the Wayne train struggles or continues having injuries? Yes, I can absolutely see JVR making Wayne expendable because, okay, well, JVR is actually doing something right now. What the fuck are you doing, Wayne? You're not doing anything. He can possibly make him expendable.
He could,
know?
especially if JVR produces the way that we think he's going to. I don't see Simmer going anywhere though. I want to say that Simmer is traded by the deadline, but I'm not exactly sure.
That's also what we said before the draft. During free agency.
During free agency, draft. Hey, Wayne Train's gone. It's good.
So Raska chimes in after that comment of living in Anaheim. He says, "I'm from Arizona. I was born in OC since 1991 for 14 years in 2005 when I moved to Arizona." So, I mean, I will say
Way to go. I had him going to California.
Yeah, I totally had him going in the wrong place. I think Raska just wants it, though. He's like, come on, man.
Well, I got
Give you
someone
my
to stay with
address right
there.
now, right here on the air. If you do that,
Raska, don't do
please
that.
do not do that. If you do, retract it immediately. Do not give your address out on the air. Not even just to protect yourself from this guy. I mean just to protect yourself from people in
Pedophiles.
general, because nobody wants them around. So,
Yeah, you go on to that comment right there. That one.
and he also
That
says, great Ducks Korea jersey from Jeremy Ben Israel.
Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate that.
And Mike Parker has a great comment. He says, Carter Hart for president in 2024.
He can't run that early.
He's too
Got to be
young.
40.
Also, he's kind of Canadian, so he
It doesn't
can't
matter.
be president.
Get him out.
Unless we amend the
Donald Trump-
Constitution.
never mind. You know,
Hold
I'm
on,
not go- I'm
hold
not
on.
I'm not going there. I'm
Hold
not
on.
going there. I'm not
maybe
going there.
maybe
I'm
we
saying
can.
I'm not going there.
No, hold on. Wait. We can get a petition. We can get a petition, and we could say we want the amendments ratified that allows people from other nations to become president of the United States.
I'm not touching that one.
Because then Arnold Schwarzenegger can become president.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Oh, back to this now, huh?
Are we
Listen,
told
this
to stop?
is a. I'm not going into this conversation.
Oh, what?
I was gonna say
you
something
don't-
else.
you-
I was gonna say something else, and I decided no, I want no part.
You
of
wanna
this.
go back
I'm gonna get attacked by people.
Come on,
Come
man.
on.
Don't go. Brian, for God's sakes, don't go back to being PC.
I'm not
for
being
Christ's
PC. I'm
sake.
being smart.
Come on,
Give it to
man.
us.
I'm being
Come
smart.
on.
Bring it.
You're on A2DRadio.com, the home of real talk. Fuck the world.
I'm
Come
gonna
on,
say
man.
I'm gonna
do
say
it.
what I was gonna
Seriously.
say. There's gonna be people waiting for me outside the studio, waiting to shank me.
I'll take
come
his jersey
on.
off.
Pitchforks and fucking fire and all that other
Hey,
shit.
it
and
does not stop
they're
Mikey.
gonna be hunting me.
It doesn't stop Mikey. Mikey
this
says
guy.
shit all the time that could get him shanked, but he does it anyway.
We need it.
That's
Come on.
true.
I'll
No.
make sure your jersey doesn't
All the
get
shit
hurt.
I talk about
I'm
the
gonna say-
Flyers, I
I'll
should be
take
dead.
so I can sell it.
No, this is the
come on.
NHL fans unite. This is the world unite. Hunt the guy in the Paul Correa jersey.
Oh,
can't
God.
say it. I
Guarantee you, you're the only one in this area wearing one right now.
Right, that makes it easy to find.
Well, then you take it off and you put on a Flyers jersey and blend in with the crowd.
I could put this one on, I guess.
No, you'd still
No, now
stick
you gave
out.
up your other jersey.
You'd stick out, dude.
But I gotta show off the
It
other
is
guy
black
getting
and
retired.
orange. It is black and orange.
Do
so-
we have the Recce one still around? Put that one on
Yeah,
so
where's
you
Recchi?
blend in. I don't know.
Where is he?
He got
they took
taken-
a Hall of Famer off the wall for another Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but Perrant won a cup for Philly, so, you know, I mean, fair.
I mean,
fair.
that's-
Fair's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
But still, anyway. All right, so with that, we're going to eventually amend the Constitution. Carter Hart will be president in 2024, so there we go. All right.
I orchestrated that, by the way.
Well done. Did you write it too?
Yes.
Well done.
All right,
appreciate your music.
Stephanie Hoover, I apologize for that. Stephanie Hoover saying, "Flyers the rest, you are all wrong." So, yeah.
I am not wrong.
Apparently you are. Because if
Nine-
Stephanie says it, it's fact.
9
So,
times out of
I mean,
100,
just
I'm right.
saying, she says facts on this.
Yeah,
I mean, let's
sometimes.
be honest. She comments on a lot, and it's usually factually based.
I got
Is it
another
though?
retiree too, Mike. He goes on to say dual retirees after he saw Niedermeyer. I got a Timu Solani hanging on my wall too.
Timu Salami.
Timu
Salami?
Salami.
Salami?
Because he would slam the puck in the net 600 and some odd times.
I think he loves Timu
Interesting.
Salami. I think he really does.
I'm getting
I was
hungry.
hoping for like some kind of like positive feedback for that one. No. Nah. I need that little push every once in a while from the producer.
You're getting. Hold on. What the fuck? You're on A2D
Good
Radio.
job.
You're expecting moral support? Are you out of your mind? You're
From
on
him, yes.
A2DRadio.com. We don't give moral support around here.
Yeah, bro, it's just like, good job.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, way to
Great.
go. Way to go, bud. I'm so proud. You're the best kid I ever had.
Oh, good. I was thinking I need a shoulder pat, and I got one.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh.
I'm good.
Oh.
Have I mentioned lately that I like Mike Parker? Because I do now.
Because he's.
He just said Timu is nice.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine
He's
why. I could not imagine why you like Mike Parker. But anyway.
Mighty Ducks trifecta. That's right.
All right, let's get back to this. Christ. All right, so
This is why our show is so much fun.
it is.
I was saying, I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were 5 minutes ago.
We talk probably about 10 minutes of hockey, and the rest of it is
and then the
bullshit.
rest of it is just shenanigans.
Yeah.
But it gets the people going.
It does. It does.
Still
We're all
making me
about the
hungry.
people here. All about the people here. I would say we're the people's champ, but we're not The Rock. So, well, it is what it is.
I don't smell good things.
What, you don't smell what The Rock's
Sorry.
cooking?
No.
No. Oh, well. Maybe he's baking
At least
something.
you heard me.
What? I'm sorry, Brian. Did you say something?
I've been sending gifts all night.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So, anyway, notable players that did file for the salary arbitration: Alex Ovechkin,
What?
apparently,
Ugh.
apparently, and so did Patrick Laine.
Patrick
Well,
Laine
he's
coming
on a
just
rookie
out-
contract.
That
Right,
makes
he's out of his
sense.
rookie contract.
Centerman Elias Lindholm, Matt Dumba, Jason Zucker, Brock Nelson of the New York Islanders. Boy, if they don't already have enough problems. The Rangers, Brady how the fuck do you say that
Shea.
name? Shea?
Brady Shea.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It looks like
It's
Skagey or
It's
something.
Skijay. It's like
Yeah.
something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's
Shea.
I gotta show you something later.
Okay.
it should be Skijay. He should call himself Skijay.
Yeah.
That would be a great last name. It's like, yeah, I'm the Skijay. You know? Just walk around calling yourself that in New York. You probably get punched in the face like every fucking square block. But anyway,
That's a lot of blocks.
yeah.
A lot of punches.
So Kevin Hayes as well, Ryan Spooner, and Jimmy Vesey.
Spoon man.
Jimmy Vesey surprised me because he wasn't a rookie. He got signed out of college, and he was that does
Yeah.
surprise me a little bit. And Mark Stone is another notable player that has filed for salary arbitration. And 30 restricted free agents also filed for salary arbitration. Nate Schmidt's one of them. So,
Schmitty.
wow, this is interesting. Let's see, Brandon Montour of the Anaheim Ducks. Let's see, any Penguins file here? Yes, Jamie Alexiak, but he got
Oh,
signed.
but he got signed.
And
yeah.
then Philadelphia, Taylor Lair and Alex Lyon, but Lyon has already agreed to terms. So Lyer's the only other one that the Flyers have to worry about with salary arbitration.
And they could live with her without him.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So actually, quite frankly,
The one I'm worried about is Brandon Montour. They need to get
Yeah.
him back on the contract. and
Yeah,
they
So
need to
what's
do
up
that
with
ASAP.
Ovechkin then? What's he complaining about?
I don't know, to be
I'm
honest.
not
with
exactly
you.
sure why he's eligible.
He was
for
probably
arbitration.
he's still shit faced, so he doesn't know what's going on. That's
It's
the thing.
possible. He's probably been drunk since
Aren't
the
they
night.
always, though?
He won.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. No, it wasn't Ovechkin. Oh, okay. No, William Karlsson. They were comparing him to Ovechkin, and he's filing for salary arbitration. Okay.
Yeah, William Karlsson's coming out of his rookie contract too.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of James Van Riemsdyk, Trevor Van Riemsdyk was one of those guys too, but he signed to Carolina, so it doesn't matter anymore. God, what the hell? It's like all these salary arbitration shits and everything. It's like
You know what though? That
guys
happens
are
a
trying
lot.
to
That happens a lot in baseball.
It
You
does.
see that a lot.
And it's always younger people.
yeah, it's true. Thank God that this is getting solved, though, from a lot of these guys getting signed, because the last thing we need is for this shit to rear its ugly head, and then we have another, God forbid, a lockout. Because that's the last fucking need we
Oh,
thing
why?
we
You didn't
need.
enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoyed hockey not being around, and it's just basketball, where we already know who's going to win the
Football
NBA title.
too. Yeah. Oh yeah. We already know who's winning the NBA this year.
Yeah, but football, that's another sport. I just think, oh, whatever. It's like, oh, okay, the Patriots probably win another fucking Super Bowl.
Eagles.
Well, okay,
Eagles
hey,
everything.
listen, I was pleasantly surprised. I will be honest with you.
The Eagles
I'm not
are
going to say that I was
champs.
like jumping up and down and screaming like a little girl like
I
everybody
was.
else was in Philadelphia,
I
but
couldn't talk.
I was happy. I was very happy. It was great to see Tom Brady lose to the Eagles this time. That was definitely good because I watched them lose. So definitely full circle. Liked it.
My phone so you don't slam it.
Yeah, good idea. All right, so this first edition, or this first half of the Hockey Happy Hour, was brought to you by Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs, located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-939-2030. Email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com. So for all those on Facebook, we thank you for joining us. If you can, the link will be available. Jump on over to YouTube where you can catch the rest of the show. And Andre, Oh, we will see you next week.
Well, I'm getting kicked out. Okay.
Well, didn't you say you were leaving?
Well, I'm elderly, so.
Oh, so you don't want to leave? You can stay if you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to.
gonna stay and harass you guys.
All right, cool. So Andre is staying. Never mind. Change your
Yay.
plans.
If that's cool with you guys.
Oh no, that's perfectly
No. No.
Ah,
fine. Oh, you just
can
don't
I
like
switch
it 'cause-
seats? I don't want to be near this.
well, the problem is if you switch like that, you're still near him. So it's kind of like, because I'm not fucking moving. So I don't want to move.
I'm hurt.
What?
Okay, this
All right,
guy's
anyway.
dirty.
I can't
so-
sit over there. It's too weird.
After all the duck love that you guys were talking about and the Penguins,
We still
helping
haven't
them
heard a
fly.
bid for his jersey though, officially.
Well, we'll get to that on the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, on the other side, we'll find out who is getting this Paul Correa jersey. Maybe it stays. Maybe it
Me.
doesn't. And Andre will continue to join us here in the studio on the other side, right here on A2DRadio.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hockey Happy Hour live on A2TRadio.com. If you are joining us from Facebook, welcome back. If you have been here from the start on YouTube, welcome back from break. And Hockey Happy Hour is brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountants located at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. Tax season, let's be honest, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And it always comes back when you least expect it and when you cannot afford it. So be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer.
Do it.
Do it now.
All right, so we were closing that out, talking about the arbitration of the salaries, I think, and something like that. And we now can talk about what else is going on in the free agency of the NHL to close out the show. And we'll also see what team we think has had the best free agency period so far.
I was going to bring up a big name, and that's James Neal signing with the Flames.
Yeah.
That's a good move for them. Big move for them.
That is a good move for them because that team needs veterans.
Yes.
That is a team that was so young and just was not ready for big time. I mean, they did show that they can be big time, though, when a couple years back when they went to the playoffs and they beat Vancouver in the first round, and they said, oh, shit, the Flames are actually legitimate enough to be something. And then they missed the next year. I think they came back the following year after that, and they faced you guys. And they did not win that series either. So it's kind of like, okay, they have it, but they need to get somebody to channel it, funnel it, and make it work and make it gel. I don't think it's a bad move going with James Neal, with a veteran, a proven veteran. He's been on Stanley Cup teams on both East and West. Well, technically, Stanley Cup appearance teams in the West, but still.
No, Calgary's done a lot to improve over this past offseason. They also wound up signing Derek Ryan.
Yes.
They trade away Dougie Hamilton and a couple other people to get Noah Hannafin and Elias Lindholm. If they can get those guys back on their contract, then it's only a matter of time before Hannafin and Lindholm get under contract. This is a scary team, and it's a team that's going to be able to compete.
This is going to be a team that, quite frankly, is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the West, and it's not going to, and it's going to probably be 4 teams competing for the wild card coming into the Western Conference this year, as opposed to last year was only 3.
Well,
Something scary to think about.
Yeah.
Real quick. Think about it. They just got Noah Hannafin, under 25. They just got Elias Lindholm, under 25. They have Johnny Gaudreau, under 25. They have Sean Monahan,
Under
who
25.
might be
Actually,
closer. I think he's closer to 25, but he's in that ballpark of under 25.
I think he is 25.
It's those top 4 players right there. That's going to be the core of this Carolina Flames team for years to come.
Now, all they really need to do, and they have a goalie now. They have Smith. So it's like, okay, so that question mark's now taken out of the equation. All they really have to do is get solid defensive presence. That's all they really need to do. And then perfect team. They've got nothing wrong with them. And if they don't make the playoffs consistently and they don't compete for the cup, that's bullshit. Basically, that's how it goes down.
I think they could be better than that 2014 that got to the finals.
Well, that 2014 was a lower seed, but they just managed to just go on a run.
Well, I mean, it goes on to say that, anything can happen when you get into the dance.
I mean, Mika Kiprasov had a career year that year, and Jerome McGinley was fucking Jerome McGinley that we all know,
45
and
goals
just
a year.
crushing it. Like,
I loved watching him throw down with Vinny LeCavalier.
Oh God, that was great.
Jerome McGinley.
But I will say this: that is the only.
I was hoping he went out better than he did.
Yeah, I know. That's the only Flames jersey I would ever buy is a Jerome McGinley one because he was that fucking good.
I have one.
He was fucking amazing. Like, seriously. Wish he was on the Flyers, but oh well, it is what it is, right? Although he was on the Penguins, how was that?
That's why I'm shaking my head. I was so happy when we got him in that trade, and then we got swept by the Bruins in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And the funny part of it is, it was the team he was originally going to go to until the last minute. And then he went back. And then he went to Boston, and he still managed to not get to the Stanley Cup Finals with that team. So, Anyway, so let's go down the line here. Let's take a look at who has been signed and who has not been. We'll start with the Ducks. Why not? So, Andre Suster signed to a 1-year contract. Anton Roden, Ben Street, Jared Carew signed also with the Ducks. No real positive. on the
1-year
link.
deals, all
1-year
minor
deals,
league
okay.
contracts.
Carter Rowney signed to a 3-year deal. Brian
Ex-Penguin.
Brian Gibbons signed to a 1-year deal.
Ex-Penguin.
And
Former
the best
Devil.
one of them all, the one that takes it all, Luke Shen to a 1-year deal on the Anaheim Ducks.
Congrats.
I mean, I just got to know, did they just decide to
They're my pick for the cup this year.
what with the Luke Shen deal?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know. That solidifies it.
it's
Nails it
solidified.
fucking down. Like, seriously, man. The Anaheim Ducks are your future Stanley Cup champions this year with that deal.
I hate you both.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good. You're good, Andre.
so far. No.
Night's still young, right? All right. So let's see. What other free agents? Got
God.
some free agents.
I'm st-
I just got to know, was the GM just like, you know what? We got so many good players. We need a shit player. We really do. We need to get the absolute worst fucking player we can find
Look
on the
at these
free agency right now.
RFAs right here. Andre Kashi got to get back under contract.
Francois
Brandon
Bush.
Montour, you got to get under contract.
Kevin Bieksa.
Mm,
No.
Kevin Roy got to get back under contract, and you signed goddamn fucking Luke Shen. Oh.
Oh, that's great.
There's a reason,
Oh.
though. You got to think about it. You know how in high school the girls have the uglier girl following them?
Oh, you know what? That's actually a pretty
You
good
know
way
what?
to think about
Yeah,
it.
Andre's caught on to something. Yeah, the ugly girl, you know,
They'll
she's
probably play better because they'll be like, oh, wow, look at this pile of shit.
If we don't play better, Luke Shen's going to replace me. Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's all negative.
It's to
Got
make
my
them
motivation
better.
now.
Yeah, it's
You're welcome.
negative reinforcement. Hey, they've been saying they need scoring. So you know what? There you go. There we go. Problem solved for the Ducks. Problem fucking solved. There we go. You guys want competition? There's your competition. Do you want to be the team on the Ducks? A good, solid team, and you got replaced by Luke Shen? Do you want to be that guy?
That hurts. Wow.
Dude.
You're going to want to retire from the NHL after that.
They may actually want to retire from life. They may want to hang themselves from the fucking Honda Center, like one of the banners. Like
At the end of
seriously,
the year,
if
Bob
that
Murray's
happens.
like, we're going to make changes this year. We're going to make big changes.
I don't think that's what you had
That's
in
what I
mind,
thought
though.
the Penguins were going to do, too. And then it saw happen.
So, by big changes, you mean we're going to suck? We're going to bring in guys at $800,000 a year?
Well, maybe you want to tank to get a high draft pick.
Oh, my God, if we tank.
They want to be the Sixers.
If,
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing: the Rangers fucking did
Yeah,
it.
but the
midway
Oilers
through
have been doing it
fucking
for the
year.
last
6
25
points
years.
out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but the Rangers fucking did it, and look at them.
The
Yeah.
Oilers have been doing it for 25 years.
Yeah,
Look at them.
But here's the thing: the Oilers fucking don't know how to build a team. So there's
Fair
a
enough.
difference. The
I'll give
Ducks
you
do.
that.
So
Poor
give them that
McDavid.
faith.
right.
Just come to Pittsburgh, dude. We know how it works.
No,
we want
no,
you
no,
to
no,
talk
fuck
to
that.
Anaheim.
Don't go to Pittsburgh.
We'll
Fuck
figure it
that.
out
No,
for you.
no, no, no. Don't
Come
go
to
to
Anaheim.
Pittsburgh.
You might win a championship.
Don't go anywhere near Pittsburgh. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Please, no. I already have enough to deal with the fucking Penguins. Anyway.
Could you imagine Crosby and McDavid on the
No,
same line?
no, I don't want to fucking imagine it, unless it's on the Oilers. Like, that's the only way I want to imagine that.
I wouldn't think about that.
I might actually put McDavid on the
Fuck
first
you.
line
I don't
by
want to think
himself.
about Penguins with
Put
that.
Crosby on the second
Jesus.
line.
I don't want to think about
Put
the
the
Penguins
youth
with that
on
line.
the first line. Ooh, it won't ever happen. But damn, does that
Did
GM
this
mode
table
look good?
just get elevated a few feet? I think it did. But anyway, so on to Arizona. Why the fuck should we run this down? But oh well.
Because they got Marion Hossa.
They did, and we will
Well,
bring that
they
up.
got his contract anyway.
They did.
Just like they're still got Prongers and Datsuk.
Well, Prager's off the book, thank God. For them, anyway.
Hey, I'm
yeah, they
still
got
hey,
Datsuk.
Arizona. Thank you so much for taking that off
They
of
have
ours.
Mark Savard, too, or is that
Thank you,
Florida?
Thank you.
I don't know. It might be Florida. I feel like that's probably
No,
Florida.
that's Florida because they've signed Michael Grabner to a 3-year contract.
See, I was surprised about. I mean, obviously that's
It's a
a
good
pure
move for them.
I think it's a pure money move for him, though.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, obviously he had a great the past two seasons for him had been fabulous years for him, but that's a guy that he could play for a contender, though. Like he
It's-
should be playing.
I don't
for
think
a
he wants a
contender.
It's safe
contendership. I
to
think he does want the
say-
payday.
That's what I said. It's a pure money move.
It's safe to say that if you're taking a contract to Arizona, it's a payday.
Oh yeah.
Because you know that team's not
Oh, yeah.
doing shit.
But it's
You're
like,
just I just want to get paid.
well, with some
Ekman
of the
Larson-
moves they made, They just re-signed Ekman Larson to an 8-year deal.
Yeah, which
They have
feel bad for him,
Derek
too.
Stepan, who's been fairly solid. They just get Alex Galchenyuk,
Yep.
and then
Which they won in that trade.
who the hell did they just get? They just got somebody else. Nick Jomerson. It's just the Coyotes could compete if they really wanted to.
So-
They still don't have a goalie.
They don't want to, though. That's
They
the
still
thing.
don't have a goalie.
Well, yeah, because they lost him to Calgary. David Roska chimes in. He says, Neil in a 5-year deal with the Flames, yes. And he also says, CM Punk guys, shut up.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna break you, Iron Sheik style.
Oh, man. And David Roska also says, Hossa is not retired.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I love that's just the response. Yes, he
That's all I
is.
can say.
All right, anyway, so moving on for the Michael Grabner one. Brad Richardson signing a 2-year deal, and Dakota Mermis signing a 1-year deal. That is definitely an AHL move. But anyway, so let's see here. They had Zach Ronaldo, didn't they? What the fuck? And
Well, he's a predator now.
yeah, how the fuck? Okay, hold on. How the fuck does this happen? Nashville, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I need to know this. 2 years ago, you won the Western Conference Championship for the first time, and you pretty much tried to fight the Penguins. Try is the key word.
That was a hell of a series.
That was
But
brutal.
it was a 4-1 win. But still,
4-2.
oh yeah, that's right. They did push it to 6. I'm
Still
thinking.
brutal.
I'm
It was
thinking.
still a brutal
That was
series.
My bad. I'm thinking the San Jose series. Anyway.
That was
How-
still 4-2.
That felt like a 4-1 series, really. They only had one competitive game with you guys, in all fairness. But still, Zach Ronaldo signs with you. Sign him to your team 2 years later. I thought the Luke Shen thing was bad, but let me just say this: that overshadows it.
That's a lobby
It
move.
really does overshadow it.
That's a
I'm
lobby
not gonna-
move.
A Lavi move? You think that Lavi? You think he wants Zach Ronaldo on his fucking team?
Who
Zach
wouldn't?
Ronaldo's not playing on the NHL team. It's an AHL move.
But that's the thing, though. It's just like, why the fuck would you want him anyway? Like, he's a piece of shit. Like, I know from first-hand fucking experience, he was a fucking flyer, and he was a piece of shit on this team. Like, seriously. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're fucking moronic, Nashville. You really fucking are. Okay, real fast, before we cut out for the night, let's dive into Pittsburgh and then Philly, and then we will close out for the evening. And we'll run down more of these free agent signings next week. All right, so let's see here. As soon as it comes up. All right, Philly. James Van Riemsdyk signed for a 5-year deal. We talked about that. Fullen signed to a 1-year deal. Lyon to 2-year. And Reese Wilcox on a 2-year, 2-way deal. So we've hit all of them. Pittsburgh, Jack Johnson signing a 5-year contract with Pittsburgh. Matt Cullen, a 1-year. Jimmy Hayes, Zach Trotman, Stefan Elliott, John Muse, all 1-year contracts. I would assume those are AHL moves.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hayes
Jimmy,
isn't.
Jimmy Hayes is going to be a borderline kind of guy. Definitely fourth.
He'll
fourth line
probably
player.
be one
Well,
of your third line wingers. And
Thomas Kuhankel hasn't signed with anybody that I've heard of yet. He didn't. He received a contract for us, didn't accept it. So
You know, if
I don't know if he went anywhere yet or
I
not.
want
but-
Kuhnhackl in the Flyers.
don't
just
think-
to
I
say
have
that.
great
Kuhnhackl-
player.
Yeah,
No, he's a great
I want
player.
Kuhnhackl just because of his name, because it's a fucking
He's the
awesome
German
name.
man.
Like, seriously, Kuhnhackl is such a great name. And Jamie Alexia signing his 3-year
Yes.
deal, and we know about that.
I do love the Jack Johnson signing for you guys. He's a shutdown defenseman that you
I
guys.
do
looking for.
too, and we got him for a solid price. I mean, the 3.2. I don't think that's going to hurt us in the long run.
No. not
That's
at all.
one of the guys I wanted for Philly. I wanted him to come
Yeah.
to the Flyers to kind of be the vet that we need him to be for
Mm-hmm.
the Flyers. But unfortunately, of course, as it is the trend in Pennsylvania sports, the Penguins get him. We fucking don't.
But that's really
you-
all we did, other than re-sign our own players.
Well, yeah, but
So-
to be fair, though, you do kind of have to re-sign your players. To be fair, they're not shit. So that's the
no.
thing. Oh, so that is so far what has been happening in the free agency. Like I say, we'll break down more of them, but still, that Nashville thing. My God, did you just rummage around the fucking garbage can of the NHL and you just pulled out the Zach Ronaldo fucking card and you said, you know who I want on my motherfucking team? I want Zach Ronaldo because that guy's going to give me a Stanley Cup in the near future. Lavi knows what to do with him. He's going to make him a 30-goal scorer. He's not even a 1-goal scorer.
He's going to bring him back out like that year that Matt Cook had with the Penguins.
Sure.
scored 20
we'll,
goals.
We'll go with that. And that that was one fucking year.
Exactly.
Like, seriously, come on now. Anyway, on that note, I think it's time that we say goodnight to everyone. Thank you all for joining us here on the Hockey Happy Hour. From Matt Sudi, Brian the Darkwing Daly, Mikey the Penguin-loving Klankoff, Andre Peruzzo,
Special guest.
our special guest for the
Not
evening,
too bad.
who is always welcome back anytime
Thank
that he
you guys, it's
wishes.
fun.
Of course, definitely.
And Ryan Brodo behind the board.
The real hero.
The real hero of this show. We thank you all for joining us here on A2DRadio.com. It is time for Last Call on the Hockey Happy Hour, brought to you by Skinzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.skinzanosports.com. This has been the Hockey Happy Hour on A2DRadio.com. We will see you all next Thursday right here at 10 o'clock.